Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Just a few notes before we begin. First of all, we have our live chat tonight at 8 p.m., and I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about with showers, thunderstorms, the potential for heavy rainfall, getting rid of this tropical heat, and also the tropics. Some things are something to watch out for that we're definitely going to talk about, especially as we head towards the heart of the hurricane season. And of course, if you'd like to help this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. It actually helps out quite a bit. And also, if you're interested in more detailed information every day and having a chance to ask me questions about the impacts of weather on your parties or whatnot, definitely check out the Premium Consulting membership, only $15 a month. Now, we have a cold front, but it's not really changing much in the atmosphere, okay? This is basically washing out into a stationary boundary. And this is an important clue because we have a tropical air mass in place. And you can just walk outside and feel that. Temperatures this morning range from the mid to upper 80s. Even a few lower 90s are showing up already throughout the region at 9 a.m. And our dew points are in the mid to upper 70s. It's just steamy and disgusting out there. Currently in Freehold, which is right around here, we are currently just about to touch 90 degrees and it feels like 104. So just a oppressive, ugly air mass in place. To the north of this boundary, there's a slight decline in the humidity with dew points in the mid 60s to lower 70s. The temperatures are generally the same in the upper 70s to lower 80s over the far northern interior. And as you move closer towards the I-95 corridor in the northern suburbs, lower to mid 80s. So there's a slight shift, but not much. But this frontal boundary, when we take a look at the latest weather tap, surface map, and radar, not much going on right now. High pressures in control. But this frontal boundary and this little trough here and other features like that are going to instigate the support for isolated thunderstorms to develop. Now, the key word here is isolated. Most locations just have scattered cloud cover and oppressive conditions with the heat index pushing well into the hundreds. However, if you get one of these thunderstorms, they're not going to move all that much. So you're going to have the potential here for an isolated thunderstorm capable of very heavy downpours, leading to localized urban and flash flooding, wind gusts over 40 miles per hour, and frequent vivid lightning. Basically like as if you're in Florida. So it's going to be a type of day where if you get one of those thunderstorms, you're going to be dealing with it for quite some time, and it is going to be able to drop quite a bit of rain. Now, currently on the visible satellite picture, not much going on, but you see this Q field that's showing up here? Let's zoom in on that. See how these little popcorn clouds are showing up here around the frontal boundary? That is going to set up the potential for these thunderstorms. So you're already seeing the potential. And this air mass is already relatively unstable with CAPE values, once you break the cap, ranging anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram. Basically, that means a lot of potential energy in the atmosphere. And you already know there's plenty of moisture to work with. So the potential is all there for a few thunderstorms. But why are they isolated? Because the lifting is relatively weak. Again, this frontal boundary is basically losing its punch. But unfortunately, as we zoom out and take a look at the infrared satellite picture, trouble is brewing off to our west with a more vigorous shortwave. Currently, right now, is producing some nasty thunderstorms over the upper Midwest. It's going to create some problems for that Phillies game this afternoon when they played the Chicago White Sox in Chicago. The latest HRR guidance, or short-range guidance, suggested that we could be seeing an MCS drive right into the Chicago area right when they're playing that game. So don't be surprised if there's some delays or even a postponement with that. But for us, this whole setup will be shifting towards us gradually. And as it does so, it will increase the potential for thunderstorms tomorrow. And then, almost like a traditional nor'easter, we're going to get a wave of low pressure developing around Virginia on Thursday night and bring waves of moderate to heavy rainfall to the region on Friday, getting rid of all this humidity and all this heat and replacing it with excellent weather conditions for this weekend. But before we get there, we're going to get through some heavy rainfall and the potential for some flash flooding. So let's dive into this forecast for today. Hazy, hot, and humid. Watch out for a few isolated thunderstorms that may pop up. High temperatures will range from the upper 80s to lower 90s over the northern interior, mid to upper 90s on the I-95 corridor, lower to mid 90s along the coast, with the heat index pushing over 100 degrees. For tonight into tomorrow morning, that frontal boundary stalls out, and you'll get some widely scattered showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but for the most part, it's kind of the calm before the storm here, with low temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s in your urban areas, lower to mid 70s in your suburbs. In the afternoon, with that frontal boundary stalled out, but lifting starting to increase, you're going to get more scattered showers and thunderstorms, a little bit more coverage. Not everybody, but again, if you get hit with one of these thunderstorms, they're going to be capable of producing some very heavy rainfall. High temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior, lower to mid 80s in the New York City metro, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Philadelphia metro. Basically, your warmest temperatures will be to the south of that stationary boundary. So basically, it's cutting right about here. So Philadelphia, southern New Jersey, maybe parts of central New Jersey will be in that upper 80s to lower 90s range, while New York City metro will be in the 80s. And to the north, where you get that polar air starting to press in, that's where you're going to be the coolest. Now, as we move into Thursday night into Friday morning, our low pressure system develops around Virginia. More widespread, moderate to heavy rainfall begins to develop around the region. And remember, we're dealing with a tropical air mass, so this rainfall will be very heavy at times. Look for low temperatures to range from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast. And then as we get into Friday afternoon, that area low pressure starts to push off the coast. Periods of moderate to heavy rainfall can be expected throughout the region, but especially on the I-95 corridor and along the coast, where we're looking at anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rain. And with that, there is going to be potential here that some locations may go over that 3-inch mark, especially when you consider the thunderstorms from the day before and just the tropical nature of this rainfall. High temperatures on Friday won't be moving all that much because of all the cloud cover and rainfall, but it'll feel humid out, with high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s around the New York City metro, and mid to upper 70s around the Philadelphia metro. This all starts to clear out on Friday evening into Saturday morning, with clearing skies and temperatures falling off, with a cool, crisp polar air mass ranging from the mid to upper 50s over the northern interior, upper 50s to lower 60s in the suburbs, lower to mid 60s in your urban areas. And in the afternoon on Saturday, scattered cloud cover to clear skies with high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s and low humidity. High pressure remains in control for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with tranquil weather conditions expected. Low temperatures will range from the mid 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast, and high temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s over the northern interior and along the coast, lower 80s on the I-95 corridor. So overall, very, very pleasant weather conditions. And then on Wednesday, we have an area low pressure approaching the region with the potential for a few scattered showers here and there. Look for low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast, and high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 70s on the immediate coast, where there's going to be a better potential for rainfall, and mid to upper 70s away from the coast. So pretty much everyone else generally in the 70s. Not too bad at all. That is your forecast discussion for today. I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. with our live chat. And in the meantime, stay safe out there.